Good morning to you children. Today in this class we are going to discuss about the similarities and differences between the plants and animals. Okay, in previous class we have discussed that how does the plants will prepare their food and what are the how does the we are depending on the plants, like that we have discussed, and the photosynthesis process also we have discussed that. And today in this class we are going to discuss about autotrophs, heterotrophs, and the autotrophs is nothing but the plants only producers. Okay, autotrophs are those organisms which can prepare their own food. Okay, auto means what? They will prepare their own food. That is what the plants producers. The producers will prepare their own food. No, in food chain we are calling plants as the producers only. So that is so the organisms which can prepare their own food are called autotrophs. Examples for that is plants and any plant which have the green color, which have the green color, only chlorophyll is present. If the chlorophyll is present means then only they are able to prepare the food. And next one is heterotrophs. Okay, the organisms which cannot prepare their own food and depend on other organisms are called heterotrophs. Heterotrophs means we only, human beings, animals, all types of animals, they are not able to prepare their own food because we don't have the chlorophyll. Right now we don't have any chlorophyll in us, so for that reason we are not able to prepare our own food. We are depending on other animals, plants, like this. Okay, we are not preparing our food, so we are depending on the other animals for our food. Okay, they are called as the heterotrophs. And these are what about heterotrophs and autotrophs. As we know that in the ecosystem, okay, the balance should be there. Balance means what? Equilibrium state should be maintained by the both the producers as well as the consumers. So as we discussed, producers and the consumers are very important part of the ecosystem. So they are playing very important role in the ecosystem. Okay, both of them have the equal importance. Even producers should be in the equal quantity and consumers should be equal quantity, right? So as we know that both of them are living organisms only, right? So there are some similarities, okay, in the plants and animals, even though they are different, totally different, but they are considered as the living organisms only. There are some similarities between both animals and plants also. So first one is grow. Right now the similarities of the plants and animals, that is first one is grow. Both of them are grow, right? So plants also, if you are continuously supplying water and all the minerals, whatever the necessary things to the growth of the plant, they will also grow. Other animals, dog, cat, lion, like this, they also grow now. That is one of the similarity. And respiration. Respiration means we will breathe. Okay, so we are, whatever the respiration we are taking, we are doing, or breathing out or breathing in is it will be visible and you can feel also. Okay, but how does the plants will respire? The plants also respire because the exchange of gases. Okay, what we are doing? Breathing means we are also exchanging gas only. No, that is carbon dioxide is breathing out and oxygen we are taking in, right? That is what the exchange of gases from our body to the outside, right? Same thing only. Plants also take out the carbon dioxide and they will give out the, after the photosynthesis process, they are giving the oxygen for us. First one is grow and second one is respiration. Next one is they are as well as heterotrophic. As I told in the first lesson only, that interdependence, there are some plants which are not able to prepare their food. Okay, like us only, like animals, there are some plants also, they are not able to prepare their own food. Okay, so in the food chain they are also considered as heterotrophs only. Okay, they are depending on the other animals or other plants also they can eat. So what they are saying that they are autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. Not only in the animals category, even though in the plants also there are so many heterotrophs are there. It means that both of them are autotrophs as well as the heterotrophs. See, this is one of the similarity. And next one is need food. See guys, whenever you are feeling thirsty, whenever you are getting hungry, we will eat something, no? And daily it will happen. Nowadays we are eating much also, right? So it needs that we need energy, we need food to grow, we need energy, we need food to get energy. Nutrients are necessary to our body also. Like that only, if you want to grow a plant means there should be supply of water, sunlight, And fertilizers and manures means minerals, whatever the growth of necessary, how we need food to grow, no, like that only. If you are not supplying water, if you are not supplying fertilizer, manure to the plants, means they also not grow, right? No, so this is what both of them, plants as well as animals, both of them need food for the growth. And next one is both groups are vital for balance of ecosystem. As I told so many times, I have repeated this sentence. Both of them, producers and consumers, are very necessary and they should be in equilibrium state. Okay, to maintain the balance in the nature, to maintain the balance in the ecosystem, producers as well as the consumer should be in the equilibrium position. Even one level also increase or one level also decrease, it will disturb the whole ecosystem only. In the ecosystem, right? These are the some similarities, guys. First one is growth and respiration, and respiration is nothing but the exchange of gases. They are autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. Both of them are autotrophic and heterotropics. And D, they are need, plants and animals both need food. E, both groups are vital for the balance of ecosystem. These are the few similarities, and as well as these are the some similarities which you can identify, which we can could find that difficultly. But there are so many differences also there, no? Okay, what are these differences? Right, we will move on to the differences. Okay, differences I will write here only, guys. Okay, differences, first difference is that, as we know that plants are called as the autotrophs. Auto means self, troph means they will, means nutrition. Okay, hetero means others, other, they are depending on the other. Okay, like this. Hetero means different. Okay, so this is what the words only, autotrophs and heterotrophs itself mentioning itself, they are telling that they are giving the definition. Okay, there now we are discussing the differences, right? Autotrophs means they will prepare food. Autotrophs, and heterotrophs. Auto means they will prepare their own food. Hetero means they are not able to prepare their own food. This is one difference. And next one is that we can move. Right now, you are coming from school to home, and we are after the school bell, you are going to home only. You can move your own. Okay, but the plants can't move. Right? So, did you see that plants move from one place to any places? No, it's not possible. But the thing is, there are parts of the plants like flower, fruits, leaf, they can fall down, and after that with the help of wind they can move from one place to another place. This means that all the plants also move, only the particular parts of the plants get move, but the remaining, it's not that much observable movement taken place in the plants. Only the few negligible negligible observance will be taken place in the plants. Okay, plants can't move from one place to another place. Only the few parts of the plants can be moved from one place to another place. And next one is that animals like us only, we can move from one place to any place with the help of our legs, without anyone's help. Okay, did we need any help? No, we'll move from ourselves only. So these are the second difference. Move, can't move. Okay, next one is that stimuli means response. Okay, if anybody beats you, anybody blame you, means you will respond to them, no? Okay, so if anybody touches you or anybody beats you, means again you will also beat him, right? You can't keep quiet. But the thing is, even in the plants also stimuli, touch me not plant is there. When you touch that leaf, means it will be like this, right? Now, so like that the stimuli of response to the others is too less in the plants. Okay, too less, even it can say that negligible only. Okay, stimuli is too less, but even in animals stimuli is in high level. Even someone else touch, even someone else even blames you also, that will get the sense. Okay, stimuli is response to the touch and response to the words will give, but the plants can't do that. This is one of the stimuli, we can say that difference is stimuli. Okay, response to the others is the one of the main differences between the plants and the animals. And next one is that see guys, all the human beings, somewhere we are not that much uh, what we say that there are some people which are not only 1% or 2% of the people are too dwarf. Dwarf means short people, okay, and some people are the too height, okay. Remaining all the people, we can easily identify them, they are human beings. Otherwise they can identify by the animal, dog, cat, even in the shadow also, by using or by seeing only the shadows, you can easily identify that yeah, this is dog, this is cat, right, this is human being, someone else is standing there. Even we can sometimes will you, if your eyesight is too short, means you are usually identify the easy boy or easy girl, right, easy girl, like that you will identify easily, no. So but in the cases of plants it will not happen. When the shadows are formed by the plants, means they will look like same only, right. So they will not, there much difference is not possible from the plants to produce the shadows. Once the shadows, if you are seeing in the shadows of the any other two different trees also, you feel that they are the same trees, okay, they are looking like the same trees only, right. So these are the differences, that first one is they can prepare, the plants can prepare the food, animals can't prepare the food. And response stimuli is negligible here, and stimuli is highly uh, reflected. And next one is the shadows of the plants, and plants can easily not defined or identified, and the plant animals we can easily identify. And next, plants can't move, animals can move from one place to another place. And still yet we have discussed about the what are the autotrophs, what are the heterotrophs, similarities and differences between the animals and the plants, that is autotrophs and the heterotrophs. And next one is the exercise is there, okay, they have given the exercise, explain the terms they have given. Autotrophs and heterotrophs already have given, okay, so that only you have to write in the fair book only, directly write in the fair book. I will send this pics if you are not understanding, okay. And next one is state whether the following statements are true or false, they have asked, okay. All plants have chlorophyll in them, answer is wrong, okay, all plants don't have the chlorophyll. The grasshopper is an autotroph because it is in green color, no, it's wrong, the animals don't have the chlorophyll. Plants do not respond to a stimulus, right or wrong, right, but it's negligible, okay, negligible, for that reason we will consider as a wrong only. So all animals are of the same size and shape, wrong, so all animals are not in the same size, okay. Next one is there, I will give that answer, it's a long answer, I will send it to you, okay. This much only for this class, guys. If you have any doubts, please let me know, you can ask me in the message, send a message to my contact number. This is what about similarities and differences between the animals and plants. And homework for this class is, first you complete the exercise, and by these all the differences and similarities, and even the definition of autotrophs and heterotrophs, okay. Have a nice evening, thank you.